Hey there, sweetness. How goes it? I do hope that it goes well. Quick name of the game. If there's anything that's connective to this collective, that's beautiful. I invite you to take that with you. If, however, nothing here resonates, that's all right. You just leave it right where you found it. It's probably a piece of information that was meant for somebody else in the collective. You should never take something off the table, or in general, that doesn't belong to you. Bear in mind that time may be fluid as well as energy, and let's get into it, shall we? Oh, yes. Yes, we fucking shall. What is it we're getting into? We are getting into general messages for all the signs, all the homies. It doesn't matter what your zodiac sign is, there should be some messages here for you today. At least I do pray. Spirit of love, truth, grace, and guidance, please guide myself, guide these messages, guide this collective, guide us all in all ways, always. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome home, homies. Do the tribe a favor. Please get those likes up on your way into the video. Also, make sure that you are a subscriber. Being a subscriber, that makes you the homie. All right. 1, 2, 3 on the timer. Channel music in the background. Somebody needs to know that you're not a lost cause. Time spent on you is not time wasted. Maybe you all need to know that. I think we all do. Time spent on us is not wasted. Messages for the collective, please. Excuse me. Okay. We had 8 cards fall. We're going to take them all. And I'm going to grab the bottom of the deck for what is it that the collective needs to know that we wouldn't even think to ask, but that spirit needs to come through to us. Moderation in the reverse. Okay. Is there something you know you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily. Although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. That falls in the reverse. I'm getting at this time, there's something that you need not be partaking in at all, even if it tickles your fancy. There's something that you know is very unhealthy. And it's like a past habit, a past behavior, past thought pattern, something. And Spirit does not want you to drag it into your future with you. I'm seeing it seeks to cover your future in a toxic, nuclear, hazardous waste. But you are in charge. And you can stop that from happening. Whoever you are and whatever it is. Be mindful of the power that your mind holds. You guys have dependability in the reverse. This is a card of love, lovers, intimacy, a relationship. But it was very flawed. Is, was, could be. Time is fluid. There's no dependability here. I literally, as soon as I started to say that, I started to hear this echo in my mind of, it's like, maybe this is you, collective, and you're saying to someone else, it's like you want me to depend on you, and you expect me to depend on you, and yet you're not dependable. You're unreliable. I can't depend on you because depending on you leaves me vulnerable, leaves me without protection, leaves me without a sense of security. You want me to depend on you, but I can't depend on you. Whatever this is, whatever this was, whatever this wills to be, revolution in the reverse. It's something that, from my perspective, the universe calls for this not to remain together, come back together, be together. Because there's no justice, there's no freedom, there's no love. Friction in the reverse. There's none. And so whatever this undependable, unreliable energy is, there's a call to serve it your absence, not your attention. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. I believe that that challenge is walking away, staying away, keeping away. Moderation in the reverse in a totally different deck. Wow. All right. No going back for more. No going back for more. Don't go back for more. Don't look back. Even if you've only made it 1 second away, 1 minute away, 1 hour away, 1 day away, a week, a month, a year. You've made it far enough to not go back. Don't go back. Don't go back. There's something very impure in this cycle of energy. This card says, always trust in the purity of your heart. Look inside your heart, and within it, you will find the answer to your question. That falls again in the reverse. Following up with wish wisely coming in the reverse. Use your wishes wisely to manifest your heart's desire and take practical steps towards making your dream come true. In the reverse, there is something that brings an impure energy to your wishes and your dreams and just to your energy when it rubs up against you. Don't let it rub up against you. Don't let it rub up against you. Not even a little. Not even a little. And your song in the background to finish off this cycle, I may not know what love is, girl, but I know what love ain't. Love is dependable. Love is trustworthy. Love is significantly freeing, not the opposite. Love doesn't leave you always feeling like a friggin' fool. Not gonna say it never does, but not always. Not leaving you always feeling like a friggin' fool. That ain't love. Thank you, Spirit. Somehow moderation came back up face forward, upright from one of the decks. Okay, so I'm going to take that as this deck is saying use it in moderation, or these decks because it's a combination. Messages for the collective. Messages for the collective. What do we got for the homies? Ephemeral. I'm going to have to look this one up. EPH. EMERAL. Just in case you guys are curious. Ephemeral. Lasting for a very short time. Transitory, transient, fleeting. An ephemeral plant, they avoid the periods of drought as seeds. Avoid the periods of drought, and then the song in the background is like hiding your phone, changing your name. Next. Okay, coming and going quickly. That would make sense, I suppose, because it is I'm sorry, guys, I didn't download the guidebook to this. My phone just doesn't have enough space for all that. But this bee or hornet or whatever this insect here is, comes and goes quickly from the flowers. Nectar, honey. Okay. Okay. Vocabulary.com says Something that is fleeting or short-lived is ephemeral, like a fly that lives for one day, or text messages flitting from cell phone to cell phone. Collins' dictionary only lasts for a short time. He talked about the country's ephemeral unity being shattered by something. Some flowers, insects, and diseases exist for one day. Having a short lifespan or a short annual period of above ground growth. Leaflets, handouts, another ephemeral material. Something, it was an ephemeral but delightful visit. Not to be confused with ethereal, which is synonymous to intangible, delicate, and heavenly. So there's something very tangible about something very short lived. Something's very short dated. All right, can I get some clarity, please? What, thank you, is short dated? Slumber. Short dated slumber. Uh, I'm just getting, honestly, repeat energy from the deck that we were just using. It feels like whatever independable energies have been present in the past, they want another go of it. They've been asleep for a while. They've had their foxy asses taking a little, dirt nap, hibernation, snooze, and they're, they feel like they feel like they've only been gone for a moment, but truly they've been gone for a lifetime, because sometimes, a day and a lifetime are the same thing, depending on the species. All right. Lives for only a day in its winged form. Then I'm also getting, that makes me think, angels, their wings. And if we think about, a lot of the texts and scriptures and things, it discusses about time being different to the creator, time being different to source, as it is to us. I'm not sure of the significance, if there is any, but we'll get some numbers. Some shanty numbers. 14. $35. Get onto. I got get onto. Awake. Get on to getting awake. All right, so I'm getting, again, that same kind of vibe. Somebody, they're ready to wake up and stop sleeping on the collective. But I'm also getting something collective. You're being called to get on to getting awake. Get up, wake up. Don't sleep on yourself. This just hit me. The fox. Foxes are very cunning. witches, healers, shamans, medicine women, medicine men. Long ago used to be called cunning folk. A medicine woman was called a cunning woman. A witch called a cunning woman. Medicine man, a cunning man. Travelers, like traveling apothecary, things like that. Cunning. They were called cunning. Stop sleeping on yourself and your magic, on your connection to spirit and the world around you, the universe around you, the galaxy around you. Whatever it is that's out there around you, whatever it is that you believe, whatever it is that you think, whatever it is that you feel, in the most beautiful, healthy, nourishing of ways, be that, exude that, share that. Let that emanate off of you. Don't sleep on your magic, collective. Don't sleep on your magic. I'm also getting something about no matter what it is that you could say wrong about the day, what is it that you could say good? What's been good about the day? Did you wake up today? "22:22" on the timer. I'm thankful I woke up today. In my human mind, my 3D self, I can find 1,012 reasons to say, oh, man, sometimes I just wish. No, I wish for another day to get to wake up, that feels important. Something's coming through about loans, getting loans in order, taking care of loans, paying them off, making sure loans not sliding into a default, things like that. Someone needs that. Maybe someone's just reading something about student loans right now, but I just started seeing student loan financial things in my mind, my mind's eye. Someone, and maybe, many of you have reached a crossroads, had come to a crossroads, and come to a decision. Honestly, that fits too. Had come to a decision to, I'm getting clip back growth when it comes to, when it comes to things that grow. But it's like plants or even hair, nails, things like that. There were unhealthy parts. It's like the roots had root rot. And it was reaching everything around it and poisoning it. Toxic it, killing it. And there was this moment of decision, making a choice. This fell in the reverse. A choice was made to cut off the poison, to cut off what was dead so that it couldn't reach what's healthy, what is to grow, what is to nourish. Because whatever this poison was, there was no treasure there. And it's no place for a treasure to be, and collective, you're a treasure. And you have treasures. And you don't want or need your treasures being destroyed by this poison. Whatever your treasures could be your children. I've been talking so much about, and it keeps coming up in the cards, and it is a whole chunk of light work and shadow work, but generational trauma, breaking the cycles, bridging the gaps, breaking the cycles, and not letting them live on. Not within you. Not letting them live on within you. And what you're growing, what you've been growing for a long time, know it or not, and what you're growing is meant to reach other treasured individuals and collectives, consciousnesses. There's an energy, it's a message really. You are not meant to live a desolate life. And that is what life could be if you didn't clip all those dying branches and rotted roots out. I'm also getting it's a warning too, to take heed. If you allow it to come back, if you go back to it, you will be part of that desolation. And again, I say, who wants that? Who wants desolation? All right, we're going to grab another deck after I grab a sip of coffee. Let's get some tea. Let's dish out some tea. What can I dish the homies for tea? Two of Swords in the reverse. It's almost in the reverse though, guys. You see that? It goes, then it's the reverse. But this, it's almost in the reverse. I feel right off the bat, it's like a choice. I want to say that a choice has been made, but it's almost been made. It's being made, it's in the process. I would say that it's been made if that would have landed straight in the reverse. This Two of Swords. She has a choice to make. What face do I wear? Who am I? What mask am I putting on today? Who do I want to be? Who do I want to be when I grow up? Who do I want to be when I get old? Who do I want to be while I live? Who am I? In the reverse, this choice has been made. I know who I am. I am that I am. So close to a decision. What is this decision? Thank you. Oh boy. Three of Swords, Eight of Cups. Giving up and walking away on something that it feels like, oh my sweetheart, it feels like giving up on whatever this is. It feels like you're ripping your heart right out of your chest. Excuse me. It feels like you are giving up on all the best things that you've ever built for yourself. It feels like you're ripping out your voice. It feels like you're ripping out your freedom. It feels like you're ripping out your choice. And leaving it. Dumping out your overflowing cup. Something feels like, even if home is a rickety ass shack, you don't want to give it up. You don't want to give up on it. Whatever this is, this home could be a persona. It could be a way of life. There's something you don't want to give it up, and you feel like you're ripping your heart out by doing so. When you make this decision all the way and let it be final. But there's a call to understand that whatever this decision is, when it's made, when this decision is made and it stands, you're not ripping your heart out. You're not ripping away your freedom. You're not ripping out your voice. Actually, a little bit. But it's almost like Spirit's already carved it perfectly. And you're releasing it so that it can truly be free. So that your voice can be heard. So that your heart can be seen and felt. And it can create vibrations like those of the wings of the bird that's been carved from the core of you. There's a call to understand that wherever it is that life and spirit and love may take, well, it appears that it just may have more growth and potential and fruit of experience, fruit of knowledge, fruit of life, fruit of love, than where it is that you've come from. Something has already been looking for you and perhaps already found you. Something profound, something healthy, something that's not a burden. And so you're being called to not burden yourself with the weight of fear. Someone has a fear that something new that has come for them, this decision, is like they have to choose between the old and the new. That's what it is. It's like the cost of their new life is their old one. And that's the decision. Am I ready to give up my old life for my new one? Am I ready to give up my old life for my new one? Am I prepared to do that? Is that a thing? Am I doing that? Is that, And there's this fear of walking away, leaving everything, everyone, every moment, behind. But then there's this, understand, you've already left it behind at some point or another. You can't leave something that you've already left. And so stop being so afraid. Stop carrying that fear, that burden of fear, and the weight that it weighs you down with. Then there's another fear, something about worrying that something new, this new life, is going to be anything like something in a past life. Don't be so afraid of that you manifest it. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in the magic that is the breath that is inside of you. And the breath of spirit that breathes life into this world. Whew. My goodness. I do hope and pray that this reaches who it needs to, how it needs to. What's the decision? I didn't even realize that the song in the background was saying one half of me wants a cold beer, the other half wants two. Choices, choices, choices. Which half of you wins out? One half of you wants the old life. One half of you wants the new one. Which one wins out? Until we speak again, my dears.